Okay, comrades. Okay, comrades. Comrades, siyanizwa. It's okay, comrades. Comrades. We don't want to force the issue about lists. We are not forcing the issue relating to lists. Okay, comrades? So, sicela nehlisa umoya asilwi ngendaba yama lists. Comrade Mzwandile.
There is a point of order. Can we switch on the mic?
Thank you, National Chairperson. My name is Mzwandile Masina, a branch delegate. I need your attention, Chair, so that we can address the constitutional issue so that we don't fight over nothing. My name is Mzwandile Masina from Ward 51 in Katlehong in Eguruleni. I rise here on the 11.4 of the Constitution to try and assist the electoral body to ensure that we subscribe to what the Constitution provides. I want to read it to you, Chairperson of the session, so that we can be together. It says, duties and powers of the National Conference. I jump 11, 1, 2, 3, I go to 4. It says, elect the President, Deputy President, National Chairperson, Secretary General, Deputy Secretary General, Treasurer General, and the remaining 80 additional members of the NEC. So we are not fundraising the issue because what we are raising as branches, we are saying that it is impossible to remember 80 people without a mechanism that has always been used in the organization. We will end up voting for people we see on TV even if we don't know. There are others who appear with Save South Africa who might end up in the list, which shouldn't be the point. We want to vote the ANC members that we know because we are canvassing each other's views. So let's stick to the Constitution. It will assist all of us. Thank you very much, National Chair.
Asilwi nalento show, Comrade Mzwandile. And the Electoral Commission is also saying that's fine if that's what conference wants. There's a comrade. Okay, comrade Cindy, so wants to finish his presentation, his response. Yes, comrade.
Very much, Chair. Yes, thank you very much, Chair. Lebitso la ka ke Wesley Kgang, go tswa ko provinceng ya Bokone Bophirima, sub-region ya Matlosana, Ward 9. Chair, I thought when we came to the conference, these accreditation cards replaces everything that built for me to receiving this. Now I'm a bit perplexed also when the chair of the session says, as we go to the voting booth, we are subsequently expected to bring along IDs. I think this is my ID, my face is here. So, Chair, we are requesting that this be our IDs, we vote with this. Not what the chair is bringing, because I came with my ID in order to have received my tag. Thank you very much.
Okay, comrades.
Let me finish the questions and then they can...
Comrades, I now rule that Comrade Cindy so will finish responding to their questions. And then we will take additional inputs.
Amandla. 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 Awethu. I think, comrade, before we accuse the Electoral Commission of anything, we should take you through Rule 14. Because if we don't do that, we're going to create rules of the Electoral Commission out of gut feel. It says, the NEC shall appoint an Electoral Commission of not fewer than 3 members whose task will be prepare the ballot paper, make provision for ballot boxes and other means of secret voting, create a machinery for counting of ballot papers and effective supervision of the counting machinery, announce results of all ballots and make known the number of votes received by each successful candidate. Now, this is where I think we are refusing to read. It's point 14.1.5. Establish procedures for voting and determine any dispute raised in regard to elections and election procedures, and to determine how any tied vote should be resolved. That is the responsibility of the Electoral Commission. Now, once the Electoral Commission is appointed, it has a responsibility to ensure that it executes these tasks. Now, if when they do this, a comrade accuse them of many things, it's a political party, it's an organization, it's a liberation movement. We are all political. We have not taken IEC. We have appointed an electoral commission of the ANC out of the veterans of the ANC. If you are expecting these veterans to be apolitical, you are saying to them, they must unlearn what they learned over many years. So let's appeal, comrade, that we should allow the Electoral Commission, Mamelani, comrade, we should allow the Electoral Commission to protect us from ourselves.
Thank you, comrades. I have already explained that we are not here to force things down your throat. So the top leadership will finalize this whole issue. We were trying to show you what needs to be done if we are going to improve our movement. Now, I will not go any further on this whole issue about slates, etc. All I'm saying is we were trying to show how we can reduce the problems, but we are not forcing anything down your throats, and the leadership will finalize that thing. The ID issue, it's just besides this card, when you are going to vote, it's to confirm that you are who this card says you are. That's all. So thank you very much for listening to us, and I hope you have understood our position. Nothing is being forced down the throats of the members of the ANC.
Comrades, I'm allowing Comrade Tony Yengeni, a member of the NEC, to also intervene.
Amandla, comrades, I think we're complicating a very easy matter as far as I'm concerned. The SG has just read the rules and the powers and functions of the Electoral Commission. There were rules of conference that were read earlier. Conference is the highest decision-making body of the African National Congress. No rules can be imposed on conference. No rule. If the conference rejects a rule, that's it, finish. Comrades, wait, comrades. There is no electoral commission, or anybody for that matter, who's going to impose rules on us as a national conference.
Amanda, Comrade National Chair, thank you very much. Comrade National Chair, we're rising on a point that when the Electoral Commission has presented the rules and procedures for voting, the expectation is that the 2 points that are being raised by delegates. 1 point is about the right of branches to be having a mechanism to carry their mandate. And the second issue, National Chair, is with the respect of the identification system. The IEC must be able, and we must be able to allow delegates and the conference to be able to say what is the final take on the 2 issues, rather than to defend the 2 issues. Thank you, Chair.
Northwest and then Eastern Cape. I will.
National Chair,
Yes, Teta.
my name is Madoda Sambata.
Yes.
I'm a branch delegate from Northwest Matlosana, Ward 21. Okokuqala, the point of order I'm rising for on conference is that the 80 that you are allowing conference to fight over, it's not similar to the nominations of the top 6, which names we know we don't need a list. For conference to proceed, separate nominations of the top 6, and we proceed with them. We know 6 names, all of us. After that, the Electoral Commission must then present additional members of the National Executive Committee who have made it from nominations from branches. Based on that list, we will decide on voting for the National Executive Committee. Separate top 6 from 80 now for us to proceed. But what we cannot allow conference to, it's when National Executive Committee members of the ANC speak against the NEC, which they are members of. Thank you very much.
Okay, comrade, you make a valid point. Eastern Cape. Eastern Cape.
Chair, Free State, Free State Chair.
I will come back to this side, and I've been this side before. Eastern Cape,
I did. Enkosi isihlalo. Lo uthethayo. Enkosi isihlalo. Uyelo lo uthethayo nanku. Mamu. Isihlalo. Enkosi.
Taqabane, make your point.
Sihlalo.
Yebo.
Igama lami. Ngikuthatha kaTununu Skotana from Eastern Cape. Krisani region, insika yethu sub-region. Che, imba ndizoma apha mna. Ndifuna uchekisha apha kuwe, ndifuna i-order apha kuwe. Uzama ukuchekisha uba uyayazi na uba i-Eastern Cape i-part and parcel yale nkomfa. Ngoba oko siphakamisile le ndawo amehlo wakho aphelela kula kona nakwele kona. Phanga femva thina sizi-observers.
The answer is
Ndicela
yes.
ke uyazi into yobana i-Eastern Cape ikhona apha
Comrade
yaye
Os-
iyafuna uparticipata kule ntlanganiso.
Okay,
Okokugqibela ke Chair. Okokugqibela Chair.
Uthetha into ebisithethwe nguComrade Oscar.
Okay.
So
Okokugqibela
I
ke.
thought I was giving you an opportunity to make your point.
Okokugqibela ke Chair. Chair, i-Electoral Commission ayinazodictate items for us. Therefore, i-Constitution supersede everything ekule nkomfa. Ngoko ke akunakwakha enye into phezu kwe-Constitution. Masihlonipheni umgaqo seko we-ANC sihambe ngawo. Enkosi Chair.
Comrade Naledi, member of the NEC.
did agree that they can do their list. Can you repeat this and tell them to sit down? That's really all you have to do.
Comrades, don't howl. Don't howl. Comrades, fine. We can hear you. We can hear you. We have to discuss that thing. You can't just howl it to us. Comrade Naledi?
Chairperson, I think, Chair, we cannot allow the conference to continue in this manner. Well, we cannot allow conference to go on in this manner. I suggest, Chairperson, we accept the proposal that we proceed with the top 6 nominations and we deal with the issue of the 80 and whether you can have a list at that point. We cannot carry on in this way.
Comrades, that issue then is closed and we proceed to focus on nominations for the top 6. We will proceed to nominating additional members after we are done with nominations for the top 6. Okay. Comrades from the Electoral Commission, Electoral Commission, Electoral Commission, please come and deal with the nominations.
Good afternoon, comrades. Please, will you be seated? Comrades, please. Comrades, we've got an important task to do this afternoon. Please be seated. Comrades, please, please. Okay, we'll start with the process. Comrades at Nasrec, can we please be seated so we can start the process? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Comrades, I'd like to give you the background to this process very briefly. The Electoral Commission Comrades, will you please be seated? Okay, please, can you be seated? Order, please, comrades, order. Thank you very much, thank you. Comrades, I'm from the election agency, and we were contracted by the Electoral Commission to consolidate the branch nominations. These were received by the agency. We consolidated them at PGCs, and we then took the consolidated list of preferred candidates for the top 6 positions, which my colleague, Bontle Mpakanyana, will take you through the process. At this point then, Bontle, would you like to come through so that we can... Are you okay? What's that? Okay, can we please have order? Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, comrades. As indicated, what you are about to be presented with is the consolidation of the officials as nominated by the branches, and I will go position by position, outlining the nominees, that is the candidates nominated per position, and indicate those that would have accepted and those that would have declined. And then we will then get straight into further nominations from the floor. And at this point, I'd like to request the agency staff to take their positions should there be any further nominations from the floor for the officials. Agency staff, please spread yourselves accordingly. And if I may plead with delegates, comrades, that everyone remains seated as we do the counting of seconders during the further nominations from the floor process to allow the agency staff to do their counting properly. Comrade, without any waste of time, in terms of the credentials that have been adopted by conference, we know that a total of 4,776 delegates are present here, voting delegates. And in terms of the floor nomination process, we require the 25%, which I will outline as we get into the process. Every nomination coming from the floor will be required to meet the constitutional requirement of the 25% threshold. And the 25% of the 4776 is 1592, so that we know upfront what our figures are. My apologies, 1194 is the total for the 25%. Without any further waste of time, the following are the candidates for the position of president as nominated by branches. For the position of president, we've got Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, who has, comrades, please give me time and then we can do the rest afterwards. Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, nominated by 1,469 branches across 6 provinces, and Comrade has accepted nomination. And then we have Comrade Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, who has been nominated by 1,094 branches across 6 provinces, and Comrade has also accepted nominations. As things stand, comrades, we have 2 candidates for the position of president, Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa and Comrade Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. Do we have any further nominations from the floor for the position of president? Any further nominations? I don't see any hands. That's it, comrades. For the position of president, we have our 2 candidates. We will revisit the final lists for the officials as we end the process. Thank you, comrades. We move on. The next position is that of deputy president. For this portfolio, we've got the following candidates: Comrade David Mabuza, nominated by 1128 branches across 6 provinces, and Comrade has accepted nomination. Our second candidate is Comrade Zweli Mkhize, nominated by 193 branches across one province, and Comrade has accepted nomination. We then have Comrade Lindiwe Sisulu, nominated by 619 branches across 4 provinces, and Comrade has accepted nomination. And the last province had nominated Comrade Nalendi Pando. She has declined nomination. So our candidates, comrades, for the position of deputy president are Comrade David Mabuza, Comrade Zweli Mkhize, and Comrade Lindiwe Sisulu. Do we have any further nominations from the floor for the position of deputy president? None. We move on, comrades. The next position is that of national chairperson. For this position, we have Comrade Gwede Mantashe, nominated by 1,499 branches across 7 provinces, and Comrade has accepted nomination. Followed by Comrade Nati Mtetwa, nominated by 807 branches across 5 provinces, and Comrade has accepted. Do we have any further nominations from the floor for the position of national chair? No hands. Next position is that of Secretary General. We have Comrade Senzo Mkunu, nominated by 1,479 branches across 7 provinces. We then also have Comrade Ace Makashule, nominated by 930 branches across 5 provinces, and both candidates have accepted nomination. Are there any further nominations from the floor for the position of Secretary General? None. I don't see any hands. We move on, comrades. The next position is that of Deputy Secretary General. We've got in this portfolio Comrade Jesse Duarte, nominated by 845 branches across 7 provinces, and Comrade has accepted, followed by Comrade Zingi Swalosi, nominated by 361 branches across 3 provinces, and Comrade has accepted. We then had 2 candidates who were nominated by 2 provinces, Comrade Phoebe Kubule Potgieter and Comrade Vuiswa Tulelo, who both have declined their nomination. So we have 2 candidates in this portfolio, comrades. The last position, and I will revisit finally what the ballot paper will look like. Are there any further nominations for the position of Deputy Secretary General? No. Last position is that of Treasurer General. We've got Comrade Paul Mashatile, nominated by 1,581 branches across 7 provinces, followed by Comrade Nomvula Mokonyane, nominated by 289 branches across 1 province. Both have accepted. And lastly, we have Comrade Maite Nkwana Mashabane, nominated by 275 branches across 4 provinces, and she too has accepted, comrades. Are there any further nominations from the floor for the position of Treasurer General? None. Comrades, just to...
My name is Nomvula Pola Mukonyani. I decline the nomination of Treasurer General.
Comrade, as you have heard, Comrade Nomvula Mokonyane has withdrawn her candidature. Okay. I think there's another input.
Thank you, Comrade Chair. I want to acknowledge all the nominations and all the work that the comrades have done. But I also want to say I've been engaged with a number of comrades here and would like to contribute in building and strengthening unity in this organization. So at that level, I'd like to withdraw from the nomination. Thank you very much, comrades.
Comrades, as you have heard, Comrade Zweli Mkhize has withdrawn his candidature as well. I will then, comrades, read out the final list of candidates for the officials. But before I do that, comrades, I need to indicate that once we leave here, we obviously will go through to the voting hall to prepare the ballot paper, and we will indicate to plenary once we are ready with the ballot papers, but also once we have received the voters' roll. Once that has been done, we will then send the message through. But also to indicate to those provincial monitors to join the commission at this stage, comrades, so that we can start our work earnestly. For the position of president, the candidates are as follows: Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa and Comrade Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. For the position of deputy president, we have got Comrade David Mabuza and Comrade Lindiwe Sisulu. For the position of national chairperson, we have Comrade Gwede Mantashe and Comrade Nati Mtetwa. For the position of Secretary General, we have Comrade Senzo Mkunu and Comrade Ace Makashule. For the position of Deputy Secretary General, we have Comrade Jesse Duarte and Comrade Zingiswa Losi. And lastly, for the position of Treasurer General, we have Comrade Paul Mashatile and Comrade Maite Nkwana Mashabane. Comrades, just to indicate the structure of the ballot paper, you will remember that in other elections that we have held, we do put all officials' positions on one sheet so that all the positions will appear on one sheet of paper. You do know that process, comrades, and I think it is understood, but we will reiterate once voting takes place as to the how. That is the situation in terms of the ballot, comrades. I'm not sure if there are any questions at this stage. Comrades, there seems to be a question from the floor. I'm not sure whether it pertains to... Yeah. Comrades, can we quickly outline the procedure for voting before we get...
I wanted to ask a question.
Sorry, can you identify yourself, comrade?
Okay, my name is Simon Molefe. I'm from Gauteng, from the West Rand region in Jericho Fella branch. In the context of the comrades who have been withdrawing their nomination, is it possible in the interest of rebuilding the ANC to still request comrades who are contesting to check whether none of them want to withdraw for their other? The conference, the ANC presidency cannot continuously be contested. So I'm requesting that possibility if the IEC can allow the candidates a 2-hour opportunity to engage each other. Thank you.
Comrades, I think the process is quite clear. We've given opportunity for the constitutional requirement of the additional floor nominations. And I think in those instances where we've indicated the candidature per position, it's incumbent on each candidate to indicate to conference whether they accept, withdraw, or decline, whatever the case is. And in this particular aspect, comrades, the candidates who have specifically indicated to conference have withdrawn their candidature because the initial scenario was that they had accepted. So I think it is quite clear from that point of view, comrades. I think we're now going to get into the voting process and procedure, and we will be off and gone, comrades, to develop the ballot paper. Thank you.
Comrades, very briefly, and you do understand the process because you've been through it so many times before, but I'd like to just take you briefly through the process again. Marshals will be calling out delegates to the voting hall, and we will be asking you to, at the voting hall, to provide us with your, for the voting delegates, to provide us with your conference tags and with some form of ID, be it an ID or a driver's license. We will then tick your name off the register that has been provided to us, and we will provide you with one ballot form with the 6 positions on the ballot form. We are requesting you to make your mark against the candidate of your choice per position. Once you have done that, we will request you please to fold your ballot form and place it in the ballot box. We have monitors, we have election staff to assist you, and the Electoral Commission will also be observing. If you have any questions, you are free to ask any of the election agency staff on the floor. Comrades, we're trying to explain the process for the final time. And we would really appreciate it if the provincial monitors would join us at the voting hall so that we can brief you further as to the process. Thank you very much for your patience, and we look forward to seeing you at the voting hall. Thank you.
Comrades, can we now ask that we allow our guests from the media to leave the room so we can continue to the organizational report? Comrade Secretary General, please come and deliver the organizational report. Comrade SG.